This is like therapy for me right now, I guess. Therapy talks with Justin. Deep in the woods of the Big Thompson Canyon, there was one man on a mission to enlighten all mankind to their true potential. Dun, dun, dun. I guess I could start a podcast. I could talk in front of a mic. Self-limiting beliefs, they'll hold you back. You may not even know that or be aware of them until someone points it out to you. You truly can go after whatever you have in your mind that you want to do. It just takes that first step. But if you have the first step and you have that goal, you know where you're heading, you just keep following the path. One step after another. Is it going to be easy? Hell no. Is it going to be harder than it is easy? Yeah. Until you get it down. Until it becomes habit. Until that becomes your new you. And then what do you do again? You look for change again. Take a breather for a second. You look for change again. This is what I'm really been thinking about the last couple days is I need to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. I've been afraid for so long, and there's truly nothing to fear in this life. If you stop living with fear, I bet your journey would change and become that one filled with love that you're looking for. Because you get out what you put out. Put out love, you're gonna get love back. Put out negativity and fear, that's what you're gonna get back. That's why I had to change all my thought patterns. I had to break the cycle. And if I can do it, you can do it too. I've gone through quite a few traumatic things. You know, I went through the military, and then just days after I separated from the military, my 4-month-old son had to have open heart surgery in Nebraska. We lived in South Dakota. So the day after I separated, we had to drive out there for his surgery. And I didn't know if I had insurance or not. No one could give me an answer. And that was stressful. I did not get an answer after multiple phone calls until hours after surgery when someone was so kind enough to tell me that I have 30 days after the day I separated. Man, if they could have just said that from the start. But my son did amazingly. Everything went perfect. And he's about to turn 9 next month. And he's amazing. But then we got tested again. When he was 2 years old, he was diagnosed with autism. And that flipped our world upside down. Then it became, we need to do genetic testing to figure out where this mutation came from. And now, it takes 6 months for the results. So now you guys can stress about if one of you are the reason that he was born with this, disease, which is not. Luckily, my son is amazing. I love him. Everybody loves him. I know there are a lot of people who are struggling out there. And I can't imagine how difficult it may be. But the fact that you keep trying, respect. But we went through ABA therapy for multiple years. And then he was able to start school. And he gets additional help now. But he's doing great. He just brings love and light to everyone in his life. Everyone at school loves him. And it's taught me so much about love when I really needed it. So don't give up, because it will get better. You can overcome. And that's why it's time for me. Because since I separated, it's just been find whatever job. We need some money. We have to survive. So it's basically been low wage job to low wage job, because my experience didn't leave me a whole lot of experience in the outside world. So I've worked in warehouse to warehouse. But I know I'm meant for so much more. You know, I loved math in high school. Loved it. It was my favorite. I took calculus as a junior. Sophomore year, I took algebra 2 trig. I had math every day. I loved it so much. And now I don't remember how to do any of it. But it's in there. I know it is. I can get it back. Just gonna take some work. As with all things, if you want growth, you have to put in the work. I wanted to be an engineer growing up. And then I took the ASVAB. I got like a 91 on that. I could have had any job in the military. Just the way it played out. Due to my impatience, which I have struggled with my whole life. It's the hardest thing to overcome. Patience. In fact, if you can learn one thing from this, is have patience. We're getting up here more. But yeah, I think everything I went through was training for where I am right now. And I wouldn't change a single second of it. I wouldn't change the suffering. I wouldn't change the pain. Luckily, I've had my amazing wife find me this whole time, where we could be there for each other through the most difficult thing that we've ever had to do. So I am so grateful to have that kind of support system. And I know not everyone has that. And I know social media is a mean place. But there are good people out there. And what you seek, you shall find. What you consume will consume you. So you gotta cut any drama stuff. You gotta cut negativity stuff. You gotta change that thought pattern. Dude, we're getting close to the top. I'm gonna switch it around. Going up. There's the top right up there. Wow. That's a benefit to doing these videos. I didn't look at that the whole time. Man, let's take this in for a minute. But like this hike, you must keep going until you reach your goal. Don't stop just before the finish line. If you've been chasing something, keep chasing it. Don't give up. You may be closer than you think.